Welcome to Glanzer Gaming. I'm your host Glanzer. Let's get right into this Champion Strike video. Right now we have Hispania versus All-Stars. We have Glanzer TTV, that's me, versus 2020 Trace. Now he's getting really aggressive here on the left side. We got Ariel versus Ariel. We got the Ogres. We got the Berserkers getting led real deep in there. Now that was his goal, but we had enough damage from the Ogre to really make him regret that, and we were able to defend just well enough. Barely made it, but we were able to do it. Our Musketeers get a little bit of damage on the right side, and our Ogre does some good work on the left side. Now let's use our champion health to get this one. All right, this is good before he gets respawned. All right, now we got to back off, let the captain get some damage. So we're up by 2, and there's 2 minutes left. Now in most games, you'd feel pretty confident right now, but he did get a lot of damage out there. I didn't react quick enough on that one. I should have put something out to try to prevent him from hitting my tower there. If you put units out, you can like get between them and he'll start attacking that unit. But any unit I would have played potentially could have gotten killed, so it wouldn't have necessarily helped me, because even if I would have stopped him, he would have been able to potentially still kill my unit, get value from that, and still do damage. So it might sometimes it might, I'm not really sure. I'm not the greatest player of this game yet, but sometimes it might be better to just like give up a tower and deal with it later. Now right here is a pretty smart play. I used the rolling charger to keep him away from my tower so that while he was dead, he couldn't just keep hitting the tower. I just barely missed that range, so that was good there. He's getting a little too close here. He's using the energy. Now, whenever you have a tower that has just a little bit of health left, you don't really want to use an 8 energy spell or 10 energy spell or 7 energy, whatever it is, or 6 or whatever, 4, or even the 3 energy. You don't want to do that if you could just naturally get that tower killed just by playing the game. You know, play when you get to 10 energy. Right there, I made a mistake. I thought my guy would stay out of range. I thought Ariel would stay out of range, but because of the weird delay, and I missed clicking it, and it didn't work out very well. So he's going to go hard here, and it's smart. He's already down on value. He has to get this or kill me one more time, right? So he played the Berserker spread. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. If the Berserkers would have been on the left side, my Ogre would have died quicker. He might have been able to get a little bit more damage out, and you'll see later on that's all he really needed. But I'm able to survive with 4,000. We are still in the lead by 1 point. Now I played that back there more than anything as a distraction because he has to put energy to deal with that. I didn't want him to be able to spend, you know, in the last 15 seconds, be able to, you know, put a bunch of energy out just for the offensive. Now here I made a mistake. I put 7 energy into the defense on the right, but I didn't really need to defend the right. I could have waited. The Berserkers are getting close, but we put them out. But luckily, the whole time we were damaging him, and we were able to get that 3rd kill off. It can be dicey when you have somebody who's just diving with their champion. It is a very valid strategy in this game. Those first 2 don't really matter if you perfect them and kill both of their towers. So if you have the right cards and the right setup, you'll see people diving a lot. You know, the closer you get, the closer you can play units to the enemy, which I think is an interesting mechanic to the game. And by, you know, really pushing the issue, getting on that side, you can put your units really close, and those units can get closer to the tower. So stuff like the Berserker, if it's put real close to it, if I don't have the energy to deal with that, that's a tower right there. I mean, you saw those first 2 brought it to 2,000 left out of the top. So a lot of value you can get there. But the one thing about this game, one of the reasons why I do love playing it and sometimes hate playing it, is that a 2-point lead at the beginning, it doesn't matter, because in every situation you're still probably getting some value, whether it's getting a little bit of champion damage or getting a little bit of tower damage. And if you're down in points but still up in energy, like maybe you gave up a tower to save some energy or something like that, you can definitely turn it around, because people do get, and I'm guilty of this too, people get a little bit arrogant when they're up on points, and they'll get their champion closer. And because of the delay in this game on the champion movement, like when I click movement, it doesn't automatically go in that direction, right? Because of that delay, it's very easy to die when you get, you know, past the half court mark, because they could just drop some gremlins on you and you might not be able to get out of there, or some musketeers or whatever it might be. So I like that a lot of the games that I play in this game, they come down to the wire. It's like the last few moments. There's very rarely in ladder matches when I just roll over the opponent. In events and stuff like that, you can just, you can get a big advantage early and just really push it. But when it comes to trying to protect your trophies, everybody is trying to win every game. There's not a real lot of D rankers in this game, because the way they do the D ranking system is interesting, because you can just D rank all the way to the floor, but you still get matched up at like, relatively close to your max. So and you get rewards based on your current, right? So you could go all the way to like 400 points. You'd be matching up against people at 2000, but you get the rewards as if you were at 400 points. So it's really detrimental to D rank in this game. So they do a pretty good job of preventing that. And there really isn't anything in this game except for competitively trying to get up on the ladder. So the competitiveness of this game is that you get little badges by your name when you get, it actually shows the history on your profile, what you ended each season with, which I think is a really cool thing. You can see like, look how I've progressed, or like I took those 2 seasons off, but then when I pay attention, I'm first place every time or whatever. But I just want to say shout out to All Stars, the #1 team in the game. Shout out to Eclipse and Boostin. They kind of took me under their wing when I was just a bit of a noob, and a noob with a decent account. That they kind of took me under their wing, taught me a little bit about some of the nuances to the game that I hadn't caught yet, and especially like the importance of building cards, which is kind of because they last so long, the buildings are really good, because not only do they defend the thing you're defending, but they'll most likely defend another part of the push as well. So it's really a good amount of value to that. And I don't know, buildings to me, just like in games like this, I've just never been a building guy. I've never really used the buildings. I don't like the static nature of them. I'd rather run and gun with stuff. But once again, thank you so much for hanging out on my Champion Strike video. We're going to do these every Friday, so make sure that you subscribe, you like this video, you comment if you like it. It'll make me keep, it'll give me the motivation to keep doing it every week. And we'll see you out there on the battlefield, champions. Peace out.